Welcome to Story Time with Sunshine Lutey. Hi, I'm Sunshine Lutey, and I have a story to tell you. The title is I Kind of Did. I am the proud grandmother of two beautiful little girls, Lorelei and Saoirse. I hadn't seen my family for 18 very long months when some of us traveled to San Diego together. Shortly after this, the pandemic started. Roger, David's son, and Shoshi came for their normal weekly visit. I mentioned how much I missed my family. Roger asked, "Are they all vaccinated?" I checked. Yes, they were, and so was I. Both Roger and Shoshi adamantly directed, "You need to fly there and visit your family." I made plans, and in May 2021, I flew to Las Vegas to visit family. David wasn't up to traveling, but his daughter Allison flew from New Orleans to be with their dad while I traveled. She and David ate at a restaurant. For David, it was the first time since March 1st, 2020, when we celebrated my birthday. I spent 3 wonderful days with my family. I stayed with Denise and Ken. Ken's daughter Heather was staying there too. Lorelei has a bedroom at her Nana's home. Denise, my daughter, is Lorelei's Nana. Lorelei sleeps over every Thursday. Since I arrived on Saturday and stayed through Tuesday, I slept in her bedroom. The first day, Denise and I walked a very fast 2 miles. That evening, my granddaughter Misty, her husband Lance, and my two great-granddaughters came over to visit and had pizza with us. And of course, they weren't there very long after they had their pizza before both the tired parents of my great-granddaughters were fast asleep on the couch. The next day, some of the family drove to Mount Charleston. We hiked in Lee Canyon on beautiful trails. Along the trail, we found a teepee made of branches. First, Heather crawled in, then Lorelei crawled in, then I crawled in, and then Denise crawled in. We were all there. Another thing we found along the trail was a teeter-totter made out of logs. Heather and Lorelei climbed on one end, and Ken climbed on the other end, and they teeter-tottered. In the back of my mind, as I traversed the upward trail, the thought kind of niggled. Going up is easier on my knees than going down. I hope I'll be okay. Well, I didn't need to worry. On the way down, my son-in-law, Ken, took my arm to make certain I stayed safe. He even noticed my hands were cold. "Mama Sunshine, your hands are cold." He held my cold hands in both of his. Not only was I safe, my hands were warm, and I felt so very loved. That night, I cooked one of my favorite meals for the family: baked white fish sweet potatoes, and veggies in a huge casserole. And yay, they ate the entire batch. We reserved the final day to spend time with my son Daryl, but two medical appointments delayed us. Denise was caring for Saoirse, while Misty and Lorelei were gone. But then Denise had to leave before they returned. Suddenly, I was alone with little Saoirse, my 2-month-old great-granddaughter. I'm not exactly a baby person. In fact, tiny babies scare me. They seem so fragile. But Denise handed me little Saoirse, gave me some instructions, and left. I tried to get comfortable. It wasn't too bad. She wasn't crying. In fact, I began to sing to her. But very soon, a horrible odor filled the air. I carefully got up, gently laid Saoirse in her bassinet, and took care of business. I got the diaper on, backwards, but hey, who would know? I'd been advised that she would fuss if her diaper was wet. Sure enough, soon she began to fuss. I checked. Yes, it was wet. This time, when I grabbed the new diaper, I carefully looked at it. Aha! There were the tabs. I decided to open them ahead of time. Whoops! I pulled the tab right off. Then it won't stick back on. I got another diaper. I'd been warned, place the new diaper under her. She likes to pee when the diaper is off. I got it mostly under her, but not well enough. The bassinet sheet was soaked. Her romper was soaked. I successfully fastened on a clean diaper, and then I noticed the romper had a pretty large neck. Aha! I slipped the romper down past her shoulders, her body, and pulled it off her little legs. And then I grabbed a clean one. I looked at the new romper. I looked at Saoirse. Well, I think the neck is big enough. I decided to put it on over her feet first, so I wouldn't have to put it over her head. I got it over one tiny foot, but she was kicking wildly, and I couldn't get it over both feet. Imagine my relief as Denise opened the door and walked in. I handed her the romper. She scrunched up the whole thing and slid it over Saoirse's head with the greatest of ease. With all the appointments finished, we left for Daryl's home and got to spend time with him. Unfortunately, we had to leave before his very caring wife, Nicole, returned from work because Denise had scheduled a dance exercise class for us. While at Daryl's home, my talent with babies finally shone as I took picture after picture while Saoirse smiled and laughed. I smiled too as I told my family, I took care of Saoirse. Well, I kind of did. On the final evening together, Denise and I enjoyed the dance exercise class. I was able to do some of the moves. Denise said, Mom, you did really well. I appreciated that she didn't add, for your age. My connection with Lorelei grew as I spent precious hours with the family. Okay, ready?
Ready, go. Do, re, mi,
clapping, clapping, clapping. She's a star. Yay. Take your bow. There we go. But we had to say goodbye. That was when she tearfully said, Grandma Sunshine, I don't want you to go. My heart hurt. My eyes were wet. But oh, now I hold so close this treasured memory. Thank you.